Alright, cool.
Hello.
Welcome back from the beyond.
My internet seems to be messing up a bit. Everybody refresh.
Refresh.
Refresh. Refresh.
We are here.
I'm always
We're
fresh.
here.
We're alive.
Hello.
Back from the back rooms.
Ha ha ha, back rooms with coffee.
Do I have
We're
to
not back.
I'm not back.
Do I have to redo the stream image too?
Oh no!
We're
Your
buffering
Discord. Your
Yeah.
Discord's also.
Oh, there he goes.
No!
There he goes.
No,
Oh,
he's,
there
he's
he's
fine.
back. This is
That
this
was
is
just
perfect.
that was just me restarting that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's over.
But I
we're
love
so
the
back,
chaos.
It's over. We're so back. It's over. We're so back.
But look,
We do
Twitch
appreciate
is still doing
chaos.
stuff.
Twitch.
My internet seems to be on the fritz. Is what the issue is.
Oh, are you getting scheduled maintenance?
I hope not.
I've been talking to lately. They're like, scheduled maintenance.
Anyway, Crystal.
I mean,
Kiri's facial expression clouds over.
We don't know what's on it. It's reassuring to have you all here.
all right. Then let's take a look. Yeah. All right. Then let's take a look together.
Oh, that actually was a typo. I didn't even notice that.
Ryoko places an 8mm tape on the table. So it actually came out okay then?
Well, it's not like they're banded after all.
Try that
Did I say
again.
banded?
Yeah, you did.
Well, it's not like they're banned after all.
The start of the 21st century saw a quantum leap in consumer 3D printers. With the proper data and materials, the machines could reproduce anything, no matter how elaborate the structure. They changed people's lives, but with their introduction came many risks. You could easily produce weapons if you wanted. Counterfeit paper bills, become almost indistinguishable from the real thing. So the government took complete control of printers. The abundance of printers on the streets of Tokyo were all placed under the government's purview, with restrictions instead on what could be printed.
Instated.
Blech. The abundance of printer instated, yeah. Of course, it's not like you can't find illegal printers for arms production on the black market. If you look hard enough. Where there's a will, there's a way. Incidentally, Sone's micro-portable printer just barely skirts the border of legality. Sue made it for him, and did a damn fine job. Huh? Where is Sue anyway? Whoa, there she is. Sue's on the ground, hugging the fridge she usually keeps at her feet. She's clearly not all there. Several empty cans of Crazy Dragon litter the floor. Are you alive?
Barely.
On closer inspection, there's empty bottles of synesthesia on the floor, too. Subcon's rampage must have taken quite a toll on her. She's probably still reeling from all the drugs.
The decks
over there.
She points an unsteady finger to a shelf in the corner of the room.
Bless you.
Bless me.
Times two.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Thank you. There's a tangled mess of wires on the wall, some playback decks I've never seen in my life, and a huge array of CRT TVs. Is this it?
That's Beta Max
This?
VX.
This?
That's a Cartrivision.
They all look exactly the same to me. Whose big idea was it to make so many conflicting formats just for playing videotapes anyway? Pisses me off. But look, if I just shove the damn thing in...
No. I'll do it.
Sue slowly staggers to her feet like a living dead. Look, I was just kidding. But she's glaring at me so strongly, I can't tell her that. These are treasures of a bygone century that Sue collected from all across Tokyo. They're original antiques, not 3D printed replicas. They'd sell for a fortune in more fortunate times.
The fuck is she using a Betamax player for? That's all that's going through my head.
Sue's insistence on a store location in the hyperghetto of all places is probably for similar reasons.
Oh, okay. I'll play it back.
The tape goes in with a retro mechanical sound. The deck's monitor whirs up as it starts playing the video.
Motor.
Oh, the deck's motor whirs up as it starts playing the video. I turn my eyes back to the antique CRT TV. The screen's the same color. The screen's the same color as the Tokyo sky. What first shows up is a man's expressionless face. The video quality is not great. You can't make out any fine details. There's no telling when or where it could have been filmed. The man's voice sounds much older than his face looks.
Hello, Aso Kiriri. We met once in the botanical garden when you were young, though you probably don't remember. My name is Kurushima Michiya.
For a second, I doubt my ears. This is the voice of an entire man who has been beaten down by law. Completely different from the man in that group photo.
I am a coward. I know that I should confess this to you, her daughter, directly, but I cannot.
Kurushima looks down and goes silent for a while. The length of his silence speaks to the suffering he's shouldered. Whatever he's about to confess is serious. Something heavy enough that he would disguise his identity and send a video letter to Aso Yukari's daughter years after the fact.
I fell in love with Aso.
There was a pretty big age gap between Kiri's mom and Kuroshima Michiya. It wouldn't be strange if someone mistook them as father and daughter.
She was inspiring, wise, and gentle. She had a promising future, even when compared to others at the Busujima laboratory. I wanted to have her for my own. I was always waging war to keep her for myself. But then, while still a student, she gave birth to a child as a single mother. That child was you, Kiriri. I don't know who your father was. I wanted to know, but your mother never said. I've never heard Kiri talk about her father.
Oh, sorry. That's sorry. That's you.
I've never heard Kiri talk about her father. I don't like talking about my father either, so it was a convenient way to avoid talking about him. But now that I think about it, it's kind of weird. Obviously, a single mother could have used genes from a bank, but it feels like her mom would have been too young to plan for childbirth at this time.
After your birth, it was like torture every time I was around her. I wanted to put distance between us as fast as possible. The following year, she enlisted in the Japan Self-Defense Army and began researching effective anti-living dead tactics. I took that opportunity to transfer to the Ikebukuro Child Protection Center. I figured if I moved far away, I could forget about her. And as I immersed myself in my research, I nearly did forget. That is, until the dawning of that disastrous day.
Kiri grips her hands on her lap and starts trembling ever so slightly. She stiffens her body as if to brace for whatever impact is coming her way.
Lemur's gas is an airborne agent that works on dead bodies. Some of it leaked during an experiment, and also was attacked by the living dead. Without a way to defend herself, her life was taken from her, and due to the Lemur's gas in the area, she too became a living dead.
No way.
I've heard that Kiri's mom died during an experiment at the University of Tokyo, but I didn't know she became a living dead.
Moment by moment, Aso lost her emotions. Little by little, her wisdom faded, along with everything that defined her. I couldn't bear to watch. If she was going to die slowly like this, then I decided that I should kill her myself instead, and immortalize her.
Immortalize?
Kiri freezes as she stares at the monitor.
I was the head of the Ikebukuro Child Protection Center. It was easy enough to get the Empire Energy Corp to cooperate so that I could bring in her body as a research subject. I scanned her body, opened up her skull, and analyzed her brain. I inserted instruments into her every orifice and made a perfect model of her. Her facial features, the sensation of her skin, the thickness of her body hair, the shape of her nipples, the condition of her genitals. I gathered data on her entire being. After that, I only needed to employ the services of an expert in reproducing the human body via machinery, Amachi Juichiro.
Amachi Junichiro, a leading figure in the humanoid military robot market. He's a living legend among businessmen, the founder of the Amachi Robotic Industries, who single-handedly revolutionized the landscape of humanoid operating machines across Tokyo. These days, though, people largely associate him with the stuff he does behind closed doors. His headquarters, the fortress, has become known as a symbol of robotic prostitution. A massive stronghold of a building filled with a wide array of high-spec sexroids to serve the unsavory needs of the rich and powerful. Amachi has holed himself up in there.
Amachi willingly collaborated. He was apparently interested in my research as well. I entrusted all of my data to Amachi, and he created an android in her exact image. But the most important thing was her personality. I had no interest in a robot without emotions. Fortunately, neuroscience was a subject of research at the Ikebukuro Child Protection Center. We had the know-how. All that was left was to put it to a practical test. I put to use all of the accumulated research at my disposal. I locked myself in a hidden room within the facility, frantically working to realize my goal, day in and day out, as if in a delirious fever dream. And finally, she was complete. A humanoid operating machine with a human consciousness. Sori Ayuka. And Aso Yukari I could call my own.
Sori Ayuka, spelled out. It's an anagram for Aso Yukari.
I loved Sori Ayuka. Aso's body, which I had long dreamed about, was finally mine, and Aso's personality obediently loved me. I fervently indulged myself in Ayuka. Obviously, I couldn't let anyone who knew Aso see her, which is why I hid her away. In a hidden room on Ikebukuro CPC's 6th floor, filled with the scent of lotus. It was a secret paradise for me and Ayuka.
He's probably talking about that room we found, with all the medical records scattered about. I do remember smelling the scent of lotus there.
However, there are no secrets that can be kept forever. One day, my world collapsed. Information about Sori Ayuka leaked to the outside world, though I do not know the source of the leak. Empire Energy Corp wanted my accumulated research data. I had toyed with the dead and misappropriated the facility for my own selfish interests, and thus I was censured and evicted from the Ikebukuro Child Protection Center. But I had to protect Sori Ayuka, even at the cost of my own life. I couldn't let her be used as a simple research subject. So I ended up entrusting her to Amachi Juichiro under a few conditions. Sori Ayuka is probably at the fortress now.
The Sexroid theme park where Amachi Junichiro lives. He has flocks of Sexroid prostitutes offering unbeatable pleasure at unaffordable prices. Apparently, his clients include several influential politicians and businessmen, and as a result, information management is strict, with security rivaling that of Tokyo Megafloat. For example, they went out of their way to install a landline phone system for the sake of valued customers who absolutely have to contact the outside world. Hiding a single android there would be no problem at all.
Also, Kiriri, I will now disappear. I shall avoid all human contact, living in fear of the Empire Energy Corp's pursuers until I die, alone and forgotten. I may have an intellectual mind, but I do not have the morals of a human. I am more beast than man. No, I am more lowly than even a beast. I am ready to accept my punishment. Also, Kiriri, you must hate me for what I've done. That is my punishment. But if you wish to meet your mother, if you wish to contact the soul of Asu Yukari, who I killed, then you will find her in the fortress.
As he squeezes out those final words, the video cuts out. Static fills the screen. Kiri slumps into the chair, unable to process what she has just seen. I didn't expect that chasing Iria's past would lead us to learning something like this. Can't say I expected this development.
Really? I think there could be a common connection here.
Like what?
Iria said she knew Asa Yukari. Iria said she knew Aso Yukari, and Aso Yukari looks exactly like Sori Ayuka. Sori Ayuka and Iria were both at the Ikebukuro Child Protection Center. And Iria was an
Exemplary.
And Iria was an exemplary test subject with enough talent to create amazing virtual environment programs like Midnight Shores.
Ryoko. I draw close to her. I have no idea what you're getting at here.
It's simple. What if the conditions for Sora Ayuka to be entrusted to the fortress involves Hoya Iria?
Hogyo.
Hogyo Iria.
Huh? Why her? She did create a widely renowned program, so I suppose it might make sense that Amachi Junichiro would want her talent for himself.
Hogya Iria is far too detached from the common experience of life in Tokyo. At first, I thought she had come from Tokyo Megafloat, but I couldn't find any supporting evidence. But the fortress would also be able to isolate her from the outside world.
Okay, I follow. Sori Ayuka was hidden at the fortress for that very same reason, after all.
The most definitive piece of evidence is the kidnapping. Where was the vice governor kidnapped again?
Oh, right. The vice governor disappeared from the fortress. He was kidnapped by the man who stole Iria's medical records from Ikebukuro CPC, Tang Yushan. If you assume that kidnapping Hyogo Iria was their original goal all along, then that explains a lot. Okay, then what are we waiting for? Let's head to the fortress
Let's leave it at that for today.
Sue interrupts. Her voice is a little more forceful than usual. It kinda caught me off guard. Kiri continues staring at the ashen TV monitor, her face pale. Kiri, be sure to head straight home, okay?
I'm okay. I know when my body needs to rest.
Sure, but you've been spreading yourself thin, haven't you?
Maybe I have.
Kiri tries to smooth things over with a smile. But I can see right through it. If things get tough, just call me. I'll come flying.
Yeah.
I'll be there whenever you need me.
Yeah.
In 3 seconds flat.
I'll be waiting.
Kiri boards the gray chameleon. What she probably needs the most right now is the time to sort through everything she just saw. I really hope she goes straight home, without stopping by the workplace.
Why aren't you sending her off?
She's an adult. I respect her agency.
Are you sure it's not because you're afraid?
Don't be mean, Ryoko. I try to dodge the question, but Ryoko isn't having it.
I don't put things off until it's too late. Oh, sorry. Don't put things off until it's too late, or you'll regret it. Life is short, Ethica.
Huh? I didn't expect Ryoko to push the issue this much. Is it just me, or does she seem different compared to usual? I rack my brains, trying to figure out how to answer when suddenly I notice something strange. There are tons of red dots all over my body.
Iria's sleeping on the living room sofa. I'm watching over her from the side. For some reason, I just can't calm down. It feels like something has changed since we first met. Something important.
Hey, Son.
Tokitaka calls out to me after finishing up his nightly training.
Did you get some sleep already?
It's okay. I need to stay with Iria.
I see.
Tokitaka nods, but he doesn't head upstairs. What's wrong, Tokitaka?
Modern humans get an average of 7 hours and 2 minutes of sleep each day. Research says that statistically, 7 hours of sleep is the optimum amount for bolstering physical activity. Are you getting enough sleep, Zone?
Why do you ask all of a sudden?
Normally, you would have moved to help Iria immediately if she had collapsed like she did back there. Your average reaction speed's down 2% as of late.
Is it?
No doubt about it.
Tokitaka doesn't make calculation errors. That's a fundamental truth of the world. You'll sooner disprove Einstein than correct Tokitaka's math. I answer truthfully once I realize I can't dodge the question. You're right, Tokitaka. I haven't been sleeping well recently. I've been having trouble falling asleep. But it's not that I feel unwell per se.
Well, we don't always realize these things ourselves. Look, I'm not telling you this for your sake. We place our lives in each other's hands on a daily basis. We owe it to each other to keep ourselves in peak physical condition.
Understood. I'll take a sleeping pill and make sure to get some sleep tonight.
Please do.
As soon as Tokitaka starts leaving the living room, the front door opens.
Ryoko, welcome back.
Several men and women move past Ryoko and slip into the agency. They're dressed in white reinforced bodysuits and are equipped with high-caliber assault rifles. It's the SAD, Empire Energy Corp's Special Activities Division. I immediately put myself on guard, but on closer inspection, they've got Ryoko's wrists in stun cuffs. If the SAD has Ryoko hostage, then I doubt this will end with a polite discussion. A man dressed differently from the other members steps forward.
I am Yamanuma Kagekatsu, the head of the Empire Energy Corps Special Activities Division.
Yamanuma holds out a sheet of papyrus.
We are conducting police activity under the authorization of the military police. We have official, electronically signed permits. Please come with us.
Allow me to verify the authorization.
Special authorization. Request for cooperation. License to use armed force in the event of emergency. The charge, illegal, indiscriminate citywide hacking. All of the necessary documents are in order.
Let's not waste time with feudal resistance.
Captain Nagisa appears from behind the sad soldiers. Why can't they be happy?
Since when was the military police the personal errand boy for Empire Energy Corp?
Shit happened.
Captain Nagisa doesn't even try to hide the disgust in her voice. If she's overseeing SAD's actions, then Major General Kibanohara might be involved in this. The SAD soldiers put on her hands in stun cuffs, moving fluidly in tandem.
You're taking Iria in too?
Indeed.
She's unconscious. Be careful. A young SAD soldier binds Iria's limbs and carefully carries her outside. We're dealing with highly trained soldiers. They know that trying to intimidate us with shows of force won't have any effect. Unlike the military police, these guys are rational through and through. Several other soldiers come from upstairs. They've retrieved all of Tokitaka's, Ethika's, and my combat uniforms and weapons, and placed them in plastic cases.
Not my anti-material rifle too!
Need to see the paperwork.
Scratch even 1 micron off my weapon and I'll blow your heads clean off!
Tokitaka, calm down.
How can you be so calm? They're taking Edie away.
There's no point resisting.
I know that, but still! Damn it!
Calm down, Tokitaka.
Tokitaka finally quiets down when Ryoko admonishes him. His love for his anti-material rifle is frankly abnormal. It's a wonder he didn't raise more of a fuss.
This way.
This harder than it has to be.
Should I continue saying SAD or should I just start just reading it as sad?
Call them the sad boys.
That is so funny.
Alright. The sad soldiers take us away. There's a military police transport vehicle parked in front of the office. It's a large compressed air vehicle equipped with built-in weapons and bulletproof armor. 2 armed trucks flank it from the front and back. They're military-grade vehicles equipped with large aperture autocannons. Additionally, there are 2 gray chameleons as escorts. We may be proficient at our craft, but is all of this really necessary? Something strange is going on here.
Yo,
Oh, Ethica, you too?
they caught me when they got Ryoko.
How did things go?
It's a long story, I'll tell you later.
Hey, what are you talking about?
Naughty stuff. You interested?
Fuck off!
Captain Hagisa turns away. Ethica always knows how to handle her. The prisoner transport vehicle accelerates. We can't see outside, and I can't connect to the mesh network due to the stun cuff's jamming function, but I have a pretty good idea of where our destination is. Judging by the swaying of the vehicle, we must have gotten onto the Shuto Expressway. We're probably heading towards the Bay Coast. We may even keep going straight to the off-limits artificial island in Tokyo Bay, the Tokyo Megafloat. If the SAD paid us a personal visit, then the situation must be serious enough for them to never be happy again. Then the situation must be serious enough to warrant that much.
Stand.
Why?
We need to perform a body search.
Yamanuma's holding a fine needle. The pointed tip of the needle has a narrow groove in it. It's a peculiar sort of torture device. When sent a signal, the needle will rotate.
Wait, you're gonna do that here?
It's an emergency.
Captain Nagisa must have not been informed about the body search as she frantically cuts in, but Yamanuma calmly proceeds. If we are going to the Megafloat, then they do need to perform a body search on us. In this field of work, there are more people hiding weapons inside their bodies than you might think. What's more important than checking for weapons is checking if we're really living humans. With enough time and effort spent on a fresh body, a hi-fi living dead can be made to be indistinguishable from a living human, at least externally. As living dead stalkers, we have training and experience. The aversion towards reproductive behavior varies greatly from person to person. The most effective way to accurately distinguish a hi-fi living dead from an authentic human is torture. Without emotions, living dead invariably have a weak response to pain. Judging whether or not someone is human is simple if you use torture. No matter how well you can imitate human reactions, nothing can quite reproduce a genuine reaction to torture. Unless you have that neurological disorder where you can't feel pain.
Indeed.
All that said, not even I can hide my mental strain.
Deactivate your intracranial implants.
I don't have any. As a living dead stalker, I have a high tolerance for pain. But that doesn't mean that I've taken measures to block it out completely. Numbness to pain can lead to delayed reaction times. I'm simply better at putting up with the pain than the average person. That's all. Yamanuma approaches. Insertion of needles under fingernails is a simple but effective form of torture with a long history.
Yo! Sorry.
He places the point of the needle against my index finger.
Hell yeah.
The sharp needle will bury itself between my finger and the nail, and once inside, it'll rotate, causing unbearable pain.
What is it?
Wild, if you would.
There's a crowd.
Send video.
A hologram monitor activates, displaying the feed from the vehicle's front camera. Well, Akani, instead of shoving a needle underneath, it was the removal of the fingernails one by one, but yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't change the fact of having flashbacks.
What we see is a huge crowd of people blocking the road. Not all of them are simply blocking our path of their own volition either. Some people are being forcibly held against their will. Human shields, a war crime banned by international law.
Living dead. Proceed.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Captain Nagisa leans forward and grabs at Yamanuma.
They've got children with them. Can't you see?
90% chance it's just a necromancer puppet show.
And the other 10%, how do you even figure that number?
I will take full responsibility for any casualties. The mission takes top priority.
Then show me a goddamn license to kill civilians now.
Captain Nagisa shoves a pistol in Yamanuma's face. She may be a quick-tempered hothead, but she's a quick-tempered hothead who sides with the people. I can vouch for her in that regard, without a doubt. With the gun pointed at his head, Yamanuma furrows his brow in annoyance and gives his order to a mad, sad soldier.
Push aside the living dead immediately. You are authorized to fire.
Please keep watch of our surroundings. It's a trap.
And? Are you implying any trap is a match for our equipment?
Yamanuma exudes confidence. SAD members leap from the armored truck and quickly push aside the people in front of us. Those who don't comply with orders are shot without mercy as hostages cry for help. But are those genuine human reactions, or are they mere facsimiles? An investigation can determine that, but there's no time for that now.
Damn it. Hurry up and...
Suspicious individual spotted.
The SAD soldiers have excellent tracking skills. The hologram monitor quickly switches views. On screen, we can see the old Yatsukoshi flagship store a short distance from the expressway. And on the rooftop, there are two figures. One is Milgram. The other is a giant of a man who I've never seen before. And in his hands is a giant laser rifle. He fires a heat ray. cloud of white smoke envelops the surroundings. The laser rifle's beam breaks every hot pipe in its path. And not just hot pipes. The entire overhead structure of the highway is cut in two.
Get Iria!
I embrace the unconscious, defenseless Iria and roll onto the floor. It feels like the carpet has been pulled from underneath the entire world. The expressway collapses with a thunderous roar. I hold Iria tight as we're tossed around inside the vehicle, preparing for the impact of the fall.
Ugh, damn it! I push aside whoever it is on top of me and take a deep breath. I'm still bound, so I ended up bouncing all around the damn prisoner transport vehicle. Looks like everyone else had more or less the same experience. The vehicle's interior is a mess. But it looks like Soen protected Iria. And Ryoko and Tokitaka seem fine too. Which means the person who fell into my chest is... Hey, Kazuma, take these cuffs off.
Cuffs?
Hurry it up!
That's a code violation. Leave things to us.
Gunshots ring out, followed by the roar of an explosion. One of the armored vehicles that was escorting us must have been taken out. The surviving vehicles must have started returning fire. The sound of gunfire grows more intense. But no one is firing at us. If they wanted to kill us, they could have done it with a single shot of that laser rifle. They must be after Iria. A glimmer of hesitation runs through Yamanuma's face. Screams of the SAD troops can be heard from outside the vehicle.
So are we going with SAD?
I'm not quite sure.
I think we settled on just saying sad.
All right.
Because it's funnier that way.
Yeah. Yes, said boys, said troops. Yeah, they're gonna be real sad. Screams of the sad troops can be heard outside the vehicle.
Fine. We'll escape and...
The trap was meant to split our forces. They'll just be playing into their hands.
Sometimes taking risks is necessary for the sake of the mission.
Yamanuma's tone is firm. Setting aside his judgment, I can respect his guts. It's Ryoko's job to negotiate at times like this. Like these.
Your men are certainly? Your men are certainly well trained, but they're not experienced in anti-necromancer combat. They're wasting bullets as we speak.
But lucky for you, we just so happen to have some anti-living dead combat specialists right here. 3 of them, in fact. So how's that for a risk worth taking? Kagekatsu quickly comes to a conclusion. With a multi-flick gesture, he undoes our stun cuffs. Not only are our bodies free, but we can now use our conries too. Bitchin'! Now I'm itching to go! Sun and I take the front. Tokitako's back up, protecting Ryoko and Iria. We know our roles without even having to exchange a word. Kazuma and Yamanuma can fend for themselves, I'm sure. Sun silently points to my head. I know. Someone's equipment is loaded on another vehicle, alongside our weapons. It'd be reckless to go out there without proper equipment. We have to count on my X-Brain. It's a prototype model. Despite its size, it's just about as powerful as a full-face model like Sone's. It works in conjunction with my Konri, so I couldn't use it while the stun cuffs were on. But it's fully usable now. The only problem is whether or not I want to use it. Well, Kiri did just chime me about it earlier today. I hate to rely on the old man like this, but I guess I don't have much of a choice. Son and I exchange glances and jump out at the count of 3. Huh, damn. Shudo Expressway's been split clean into 2. There's steam spewing out of the cross-sections of the pipes, filling the area with a high-temperature haze. It's hard to move when it's hard to see. We're forced to stop in our tracks. But ghouls don't give a damn about steam. Big and brawny Russian corpses, eh? I bet they're locally sourced from the department store. Individually, they're not that strong, but they're overwhelming in numbers. Textbook necrotech. Aim for their heads! The SAD members are combat specialists. They're skilled all around, and they know how to read a situation. Even in situations where they can't count on backup, they've got the training to compensate. They should be more than a match for these lo-fi living dead. Bang, pow. 3 rapid-fire shots aimed at the head of each. Most of them hit. But in a battle against living dead, there's an ironclad rule of 1 shot, 1 kill. They won't be able to keep up at this rate. It'd be great if we could help out, but...
Your weapons are in that vehicle.
Crystal? Hello? My internet go down again?
Oh. Didn't hear you.
Hello? Hello?
Yamanuma points to an armored truck cloaked in billowing steam.
Hello?
I love you, Rabbit Punch, but rushing into that steam's impossible for a fleshy human like me.
Can you guys hear me? Hello? Hello?
Kazuma, got an escape plan?
I'm audible on Twitch, but not in Discord. Alright, hang on. Hello, can you hear me now?
Uh-oh.
I can
He's
hear
up
ya.
now, Mr.
There we go.
Neck.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, we can hear you now. Yay!
Hooray! With her trusty tonfas at the ready, Kazuma touches her Conry.
Requested backup from the Hibiya Garrison's Strider Squad.
So if we can hold out for 10 minutes, we win?
Sounds about right.
10 minutes is a damn eternity. A sad soldier is grabbed by a living dead that got through the volley of bullets. Ghouls swarm in all at once, moving with enough force to shred their own muscles.
Don't rush in.
You don't have to tell me. I ignore the warning and head to the sad soldier's rescue. I kick the living dead off of him and push it aside. But as soon as I do, two more latch onto him. Not only do they not feel pain, they don't get tired either. Unarmed combat against the living dead is an exercise in futility. Huh. There's a sad assault rifle just laying on the ground. Wow, see? You can give some useful advice every now and again. I take the gun, ready it, and pick off the living dead assailants one by one, but... The sad soldier screams in dying agony as a ghoul bites into his neck. By the time I've defeated all the enemies in my way, it's too late.
Ethica, his magazine.
I know, you don't have to tell me. You need all the resources you can get when dealing with the living dead. Every bullet counts. I take the magazine from the corpse and return to the front line. Looks like Sohn grabbed a weapon from a fallen soldier too. Ghouls suddenly appear out of the clouds of steam. No time to hesitate. My ex-brain gives the orders to shoot. So I shoot! 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 Rinse and repeat. One by one I take down enemies surely and steadily saving bullets as I try to maintain the front line. But just how long will this situation last? We have no idea how many enemies Milgram has ready. There's still 9 minutes remaining. Can we keep up at this pace? If only we could get our usual weapons hiding behind the steam. My ex-brain points out some bent hot pipes behind me. There are giant pipes running underneath the Shudo Expressway. They are close in proximity to the mainline pipes. There should be valves nearby to prevent system-wide pressure loss. The problem is authorization. Yamanuma, can you shut the valves?
Yes, that is possible.
Yamanuma must have caught on to what I'm getting at, as he readies his gun and starts advancing forward himself. Empire Energy Corp manages the steam circulating through the hot pipes from Tokyo Central Geothermal Electric Power Plant. Management of the terminal ends of the pipes is delegated to local authorities. The major pipes, like the main pipes in old Yamanote line, and the big pipes here on the Shudo Expressway, are handled by EEC themselves. The set seems to have quite a bit of authority, so they should be able to mess with them. Okay, then let's go, Yamanuma. Stone, you take care of things here, okay?
Roger.
Stone's always calm and collected. It's thanks to him that I can go hog wild. I entrust a front line to him and rush towards the expressway hot pipes billowing with steam.
I watch Ethica run off toward the hot pipes as I check the assault rifle's remaining ammo. Usually my X-Brain handles tasks like this. If this were one of my re-eliminators, I'd be able to tell when I'm running low based on weight alone. CQAMA requires an X-Brain and re-eliminators. What can I do without either of those? I don't know, but there's no time for fear or hesitation. Focus on staying true to your foundations and use everything at your disposal. Find a living dead, aim at its head, pull the trigger. Now it's re-dead. Find a living dead, aim at its head, pull the trigger. Now it's re-dead. Find a living dead, aim at its head, pull the trigger. Now it's re-dead. I repeat the process with machine-like precision. Ghouls may have low intelligence, but they can handle small arms. Pilgrim could have had them rush us equipped with cheap guns, but he's too smart for that. He knows that sending in armed living dead would just be handing us a free supply of weaponry. The undead army facing us is unarmed. It's a war of attrition. Find the living dead, aim at its head, pull the trigger. Now it's re-dead. Find a living dead, aim at its head, pull the trigger. Now it's re-dead. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm shooting a gun to kill all of you.
Nice.
Another sad soldier falls. 5 remain. 7.5 minutes on the clock. The enemy shows no sign of slowing down. The poor visibility only makes the battle more difficult. Just how long are they going to keep coming at us like this?
We've defeated a third of them by my estimation. We should have enough ammunition if we continue at this pace.
What fucking basis do you have for that?
Judging by their attire, they're most likely made from customers of the old Yatukoshi's flagship store. They published official visitor numbers from last year. I calculated based off of weekly visitor trends and the total number of employees. We can hold on at our current pace.
What's the probability of the hi-fi showing up?
God only knows.
5 minutes remain. Out of ammo, I rush over to the sad soldier who just fell. I don't try to cheer him up. I snatch his magazine and reload. Find a living dead. Aim at its head. Pull the trigger. Now it's re-dead. Find a living dead. Aim at its head. Pull the trigger. Now it's re-dead. Find a living dead. Aim at its head. Pull the trigger. Now it's re-dead.
Your average reaction speed's down 2% as of late.
Tokitaka's words echo in my head. My reaction speed's so sluggish even I can feel it. The living dead are getting a step closer to me than usual before I kill them. I analyze the situation. My dulled reaction is the result of stress and fear, lack of sleep, poor physical condition. Could be using a different weapon. Could using a different weapon result in this much of a difference? If I had my re-eliminators and X-Brain right now. As if in response to that thought, my vision clears.
Go for it, son!
Ethica bellows out from atop the hot pipes next to the valve. The steam stops pouring out of the severed pipes, revealing the toppled armored trucks on the other side. I dash towards it without a moment of hesitation. I pass over the dead bodies of sad soldiers who passed out in the heat and the doubly dead bodies of re-killed living dead. I feel an unfamiliar sensation in my chest. And a moment later, I feel the impact. A hole's been gouged into my heart.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. Oh, a huge hole is gouged into Zone's chest, right in front of my very eyes. I run to him. That beam of light pierced straight through his chest, reaching all the way to the asphalt. I know all too well what this means, but I keep running. Nagaoka Zone was a dumbass. A weirdo, an emotionless robot, an eccentric CQAMA genius without any hobbies. But most of all, he was my partner. I never imagined he'd be taken out like this. No, what's wrong with me? There's no way Zone's going down this easily. That's what my instincts are telling me.
Ethica!
I come to my senses when I hear Ryoko's voice. The enemy's still there. A giant of a man taking aim from atop the rooftop. With an infantry-use high-powered laser slung across his shoulder. The U.S. Army experimented with it in the Sino-American War, but it was written off as unwieldy and ineffective. Its unique appearance earned it the nickname Sunfish. Its sights are fixed on me. There's nowhere to hide. And I won't have time to dodge the laser once it's fired. I don't even have enough time to reach Zone. I can feel death approaching at light speed. The beam fires. I feel a faint warmth on my chest, but that's about it. Steam spews out from the hot pipes even though we just closed the valve.
Stay calm.
If Yamanuma hadn't reopened the valve, I would have died hopelessly. But how does he expect me to remain calm? Hot steam engulfs Zone's collapsed body as it lies on the ground. Even if he's still alive, the heat will... I shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot! Shoot, 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 shoot some more! Shoot, 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 shoot away! We're not done yet! Die! 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 Die some more! Drop dead again, you undead motherfuckers! Let me go! I can't keep it up forever. I run out of bullets. They grab me and weigh down my legs. They pull on my head and I lose my balance. The advancing horde of living dead show no signs of stopping. I can't move my legs freely. I have no idea what's going on anymore. My actions were suicidal, plain and simple. It was like I leapt to my death. No, I did leap to my death. I've lost all regard for my own life. After all, Sone's already...
Dumb.
Oh no, that didn't go through.
Dumbass.
Kazuma dispatches the throng of living dead on top of me, one by one. She works with living dead stalkers, so she's used to dealing with living dead, but...
You're going home to Kiriri. Alive?
I know! You don't have to tell me! My response is more reflexive than anything, but my own words are what pull me back from the brink. I'm going to make it back to her alive, no matter what.
Damn right you are.
4.5 minutes left. If we can just hold out that long. Suddenly, everything falls silent. The ground shakes, and from beyond the steaming haze echo mechanical footsteps. Gradually, the foe reveals itself. A giant six-legged war machine lurches forth, clambering over debris. On its back is a fully automatic 40mm grenade launcher. Underneath are 4 30mm autocannons. It resembles an armored pipe runner in form, but it was created using a human corpse. A tank-class living dead. The tank class starts firing its autocannons with a thunderous roar. We dodge a storm of debris, hiding ourselves beneath an overhead structure. A bullet whizzes past my ear, burying itself in the concrete. The damn thing keeps shooting despite our cover. It's like it's trying to break down the whole wall! I find the corpse of a sad soldier and retrieve his magazine, but it's out of bullets. As soon as the gunfire stops, a female soldier hefts a grenade launcher and fires. It was a definite hit, but the tank class doesn't budge. As if to return the favor, the tank class lobs off a few shots of his own from the 40mm grenade launcher on its back. A direct hit followed by an explosion. The woman's body is torn apart before she even has the chance to scream. Blood and viscera rain down, but we can't afford to be intimidated. I look around, but can't find any weapons within reach. What can I do to find... What I do manage to find is the armored truck. I'll flip the truck back upright, take off at full speed, and ram straight into... Okay, that's a negative. Getting the truck upright would be an endeavor in of itself, and the tank class is too fast for me to have much of a chance of a successful suicide attack. It's not the smartest plan, I know that, but do we have any other choice? Well, do we, X-Brain? Kazuma's next to me, looking at me with her eyes full of dread. She's clearly terrified. She looks like she could piss her pants at any second now. Our goal is to come home alive. I hold myself back from falling into despair. A suicide attack? That's a coward's way out. Footsteps approach. 3 minutes remain. Those 3 minutes feel like an eternity. I'm screaming at myself internally, trying desperately not to lose hope. Don't give up. gotta be something you can do. Making the impossible possible. That's the Kiba Nohara Ethica way. I can't believe my eyes. Down from the heavens descends Rabbit Punch. No, not just Rabbit Punch. Tokitaga Ogasawara's TFD-22. They're supposed to still be inside that truck. Logic would say that it's impossible. But, well, making the impossible possible, that's our way. I knew there was no way he'd drop dead in a place like this. Soon!
Obeying my ex. Alright, need water. Obeying my ex-brain's instructions brings me joy. In such close quarters, the tank-class Living Dead's weaponry is
No,
clearly
if you're talking, I
excessive.
can't hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear you either.
Same.
It happened again.
Welcome back.
Obeying my ex-brain's instructions brings me joy. In such close quarters, the tank-class Living Dead's weaponry is clearly excessive. My six-legged enemy is no ordinary opponent. It will certainly be difficult to face off against this quadruple machine gun barrage. But I'm a master of close-quarters armed martial arts. My ex-brain swiftly predicts the enemy's movements, tells me the most effective actions to take, and I take them. I'm like a different person from who I was minutes ago when I didn't have my weapons in hand. At times, I hide myself in the mist to toy with my opponent. It's hot enough to burn my skin, but I don't care right now. The enemy fires grenades at random, unable to track me. I hide behind the toppled truck and let the shrapnel pass over me. So far, so good. The passage of time should work to our advantage. My coronary vibrates as if on cue.
Son! You're okay?
Yeah, somehow. Did you get your chainsaw?
Yup. What's the plan?
My ex-brain sends her the strategy. Ethica agrees to go along with it. There are 40 seconds left until the printout is complete. I'm counting on you.
Roger that!
Ethica's in high spirits. She probably thought I was dead. I need to explain everything later. The barrage of grenades ceases. The tank-class Living Dead's footsteps start echoing again as it heads toward the car where Iria and the others are hiding. It's trying to lure me out, I know. But I have no choice but to take the bait. As soon as I reveal myself, the tank class fires 2 of its autocannons at me. I narrowly dodge and fire back. Obviously, my re-eliminators are unable to penetrate the tank class Living Dead's armor. I'll need a specialty bullet. I do everything I can to buy time as I watch the timer tick down. I close the distance between us, moving in aggressively. When the enemy moves its turret at a 45-degree angle, there's a 10-meter distance between us. I'll have to move more than 10 meters to the side in order to escape its range. But if there's a 1-meter distance between us, I only have to move 1 meter. Don't fear. Draw near. The numbers won't betray you. That's the doctrine of Tokitaka, a sniper who aims at enemies from over a kilometer away. I draw near without fear. My X-Brain has already gotten a handle on my opponent's movement patterns. The battle algorithms of the Living Dead are far more simple than those of a human. I dodge by a hair's breadth. successfully fire a few bullets into its face. The hollow point bullets I'm using are meant for use against lo-fis and won't be able to penetrate through to its brain, but they should be plenty to attract its attention. I can lure it away from Iria, Ryoko, and Ethica. We dance atop the Nihonbashi River as the MPP's timer continues to tick down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I leap into the air, kick off the tank class's back, and land on the opposite side as I repeat my usual routine. I press the magazine catch on my gun. I pull back the slide and set it. I insert the bullet into the chamber and press the slide stop. It all happens in 0.9 seconds. I aim at the tank class Living Dead's face at point-blank range and pull the trigger. The bullet hits the tank class in the face and shatters without penetrating the armor. The contents of the bullet scatter with a flash of light. It's a flash bullet with nano chaff. At this size, the bullet has narrow spread and limited effect, but it's strong, but it's enough to blind the foe temporarily. That was... I think Ethica hurls 2 metal lumps. Right. Soun doesn't fucking do that.
No! No, that's an Ethica thing.
Ethica hurls 2 metal lumps. The cases tumble onto the asphalt and slide directly underneath the tank class Living Dead, and aiming at them.
Ha!
Is Tokitaka with his anti-material rifle. His shot cuts through the chaos of the battlefield. The armor-piercing 20mm round comes flying in with a shockwave, striking one of the fuel tanks Ethica cut out of a compressed air car with her chainsaw. Hey, since he's got, that, why doesn't he go for a headshot? Are they stupid?
I'm wondering where they were and Ryoko. I'm like, look.
Well,
they have more than
obviously,
two people.
Tokitaka,
thing.
Ryoko, and Iria were back in the prisoner transport vehicle. Tokitaka
And
was back there
also-
protecting them.
Yeah, and also Tokitaka fights at long range at the very least, so...
Yeah, he's a sniper.
It's about time, though. About time.
Like, he got his rifle at the same time Ryoko got her chainsaw.
Yeah.
A series of explosions rocks the bridge, knocking the 50-plus ton tank-class Living Dead off balance. The explosions from the 60 megapascal compressed air tanks are enough to blow a hole in the tank class's armored abdomen. A literal breakthrough. Ethica rushes in with a war cry, sliding her chainsaw into the open wound on the tank class's gut. With a fierce jerk, she tears through its armor diagonally. While the surface of the armor may be resistant to impact, tearing it apart from the seams proves simple. Ethica extends the fissure towards the tank class's face, as if cutting a crab carapace with scissors. I fire bullets into the fissure as well. The tank-class Living Dead's giant body quivers until it finally stops moving entirely. Silence descends on the area.
Yeah!
We bump weapons. Ethica's satisfied smile leaves me at a loss for how to respond. How do I begin?
What?
Sorry, the delivery of that.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
but also like it cut off.
Wow.
Wow! Holy shit, you guys are amazing.
It took you this long to notice?
I mean, I knew you were, but still. I just didn't think you were that strong, so.
Right as she's talking, my X-brain rings an alert. The mist begins to clear up. I turn around to see a pipe runner shutting a valve. The maintenance program detected an anomaly in the hot pipes and directed the pipe runner to stop the steam from leaking. I quickly shift my line of sight. With the obstructive steam out of the way, I can clearly see the giant man holding the laser rifle on top of the Yatsukoshi building. We have nowhere to run. And even if we had somewhere to hide, it's not like it'd provide any defense. That laser beam cleaved the Shudo Expressway cleanly in two. Even so, I start running, acting as a decoy. The laser hits me in the chest again. I barely feel the heat. Is it low on power?
You've got this.
When I hear Yamanuma's voice through the line, I quickly catch on. A laser with that sort of output can't possibly store all of that electrical power internally. They must be using power from the old Yatsukoshi building. And the building is powered by the hot pipes. Yamanuma knows the locations of the shutoff valves. The giant holding the sunfish seems confused when it won't power up. That moment of confusion proves fatal. With a well-aimed shot of the Ogasawara TFD-20, the giant's head is blown clean off. His body is thrown into the air and falls to the ground.
Nice one, Four Eyes!
That's what you get for manhandling my anti-material rifle.
Tokitaka's voice is trembling with rage, probably out of frustration that his trusty firearm got tossed around everywhere. He treasures that rifle more than his life. Where's Milgram?
I don't see him.
Do we track him down?
Let's not.
Akane?
Yeah, sorry, Mom was talking to me.
Okay.
He probably wants us to do just that.
This was a trap set beforehand, so we should expect that he has a few contingency plans in place. It would be dangerous to chase after him. Our top priority is to protect Iria. The thought of her face makes my heart feel heavy. What heart? Didn't that just get blown apart? My Conry vibrates, notifying us that backup has arrived. Eva.
Is everyone okay?
We hear Major Aso's voice as the sound of rotor blades approaches and a vulture descends from the sky. You know what? I think it's a good place to stop.
We're just about at time, too, so...
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's all action-packed today, even more.
I know. So much action.
Much
I
For
know, not
real.
Yeah.
I mean,
more
we
action
we
than
got
the
a lot
others.
of action,
didn't
and we
get
also
any
had,
others.
like, a big not action part, too.
We didn't get any sexy time today.
Maybe next time.
I'm not sure if there is any more in the game, honestly.
Oh, really?
For this
Your free
route.
trial of pornography has ended.
Sad.
No.
I'm leaving.
Hey, we're gonna be doing all of the routes. We're not just doing one. And the best part about us doing the rest of the routes is I haven't done them, so.
Ooh.
It's a mystery.
Very much so.
All right. Anyone want to say anything to the rest of the chat? You know, you got anything going on that you'd like to invite them to take a look at?
Please play Battle Dodgeball for the Super Nintendo.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Fun times.
I meant if any of you are streaming today or ever, what your plans are.
No, I could mention that. I've got a schedule that I post up on my Twitter, but typically it'll be Fallout New Vegas for Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday this week. Wednesday will be a Guild Wars 2 stream. Friday will be... Actually, I misspoke. Friday is going to be another Fallout New Vegas stream. Thursday will be Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin, and Saturday will be Zenless Zone Zero.
Nice.
Ooh.
Fun.
Anyone
Yeah,
else?
I've got nothing.
I stream sometimes.
We all.
You're playing Yakuza 0 right now, aren't you, Eva?
Yes, I am. I am.
Sure is.
I gotta finish that. I'm still on chapter 10.
Wait,
Oh my
have you also gotten addicted to Koi Koi?
I didn't play it last week, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I want to play some more Gamble. I get distracted by all the games in the game.
I feel that.
Momo, what have you got going on?
Your Automata on Tuesday. I don't know what I'll do for Thursday, and Paper Mario on Saturday.
Ooh, Paper Mario. That's.
I really wish that
Yeah.
any of
Nice,
those
nice.
was on a day I don't work.
I'm sorry.
We all
It's fine.
apologize.
These are just the days that work really good for me.
I'm able to tune in for like the first half hour at least, so that's fine. And Crystal, what have you got going on? Anything?
Tomorrow do plan on streaming. At least that's the hope, even with everything going on. But at the very least, I will stream on Wednesdays as well. And then hopefully I'll have something up by Friday. Who knows? Chaos.
And you stream on
Flames.
YouTube, not Twitch, right?
Yes, I do. I do stream on the YouTubes.
All right. Gotta make sure everyone knows that, because otherwise
Yeah.
they're gonna be looking to not find anything.
True. Very true. Much truth.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I'm just a voice. I come around every once in a while on Sundays.
You're inside our head,
Yes.
living rent free.
Yes.
lucky. The curator charges me rent to live in the library.
Aww. Well, she likes me.
All right. I've got a friend. I started speaking without actually constructing a sentence beforehand, so that's great.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
I might stream tomorrow. We'll see. I have an appointment elsewhere that might get in the way of that, but again, we'll see. And if I do stream, I will be continuing Killer 7. We'll be doing
Fun.
the boss of Chapter 1 again, because it crashed last time. And then we'll be going right into Chapter 2, Cloud Man.
Ooh, man of the clouds. But it's not a Lakitu.
The more I think about it, the more I'm like, he's just called that because he has an afro.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm gonna send you guys over
We're
to.
moving that.
I'm gonna send chat over to a friend of the stream named Lightstar. She is currently playing Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
Ooh. Very fun.
So everyone, get your library raids. Ready, and then. Oh, wait, hang on. I want to catch this Chansey.
Do it, do it.
I've got like 6 heal balls, which, you know, really good on Pokemon with high base HP stats. That's a Chansey, right?
Yeah, it's a Chansey.
Chintzy.
Chansey.
Oh, shit.
Hmm.
I've been misspelling it the whole time. There we go. That should do it.
Wow. I'm gonna join in the game too now.
Hooray!
Hooray!
All right,
Getting
anyway,
another
see
view
you guys
of
next
we're throwing
time.
Balls.
See you guys next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye!
Okay, everyone.
Bye.
Safe.
Bye.